Hey folks, Tim here, FT Lot for the love of trains. Welcome back, and as promised, I'm going to do a video on the LED lighting that I used on my layout. And so, in some of the last videos I've called it rope lighting, and I guess I would call that incorrect because I do have some LED rope lighting that I did use on my last layout. Kind of a holiday thing where you can change all the lighting effects on it. But the problem with this is, even though it did light it up somewhat, it didn't give me as much light as I was hoping for. So that's why I was researching this other stuff. Let me get to that, and I'll show you what I've been getting here and show you where I've been getting it, and we'll see what you think. Okay, so the lighting that I get, it's called LED flexible strip lighting. I'll show you on the website what I'm getting and where I'm getting it. Really, I'm just buying it off of eBay. But what it does is it comes in this foil package like this, and it almost looks like a old-fashioned movie reel. That's essentially what it looks like. And these come in 5-meter lengths, which is about 16.5 feet. Now, all of the ones that I'm buying are waterproof. You can get ones that aren't waterproof, which is basically what it says is there's a like a gel coating over the LEDs and the resistors so that you could get water on it, use it outside, wherever, and it wouldn't be affecting your electricity. I want to zoom in on this here. What it is actually quite a flat ribbon, and then on the back side it's got a adhesive, so you pull the paper away and it's got stickum on the back. And on these, if you look at them, every third one there's the 4 dots here. This is where you can separate these. So you can cut it to any length as long as you do it at one of these junctions right here. You won't be affecting anything. If you cut it in between those, you're going to mess it up. But as long as you cut in between these, you'll be fine. In my case, I didn't need to cut any of my lighting down anyways. I ran full strips. So basically what I ended up doing is when I got to the end of the roll, on some of them I added on another roll, and I just peeled back the tape on the corner there and exposed the 2 contacts, and there's a plus and a negative, and I just wired a little jumper wire from one plus to the other plus, one negative to the other negative, and continued on with the strip. Alright, so there's also going to be a whole bunch of different colors that you can get. I mean, obviously, you know, for what you're going to light under here, you probably want white, but they have every color of the rainbow. The lighting, the rope lighting that I showed you at the beginning for the holiday stuff, that's probably what you'd call a warm white. Wasn't real crazy about it. The stuff that I have is called a bright or super bright, which is kind of more of a blue aquarium, I guess, look to it. I didn't mind that. It just, I needed something that would be really bright. And the fact that the LEDs are facing downward, it's giving me the best amount of light, so I'm not losing anything that's facing up to the underside of the table, which is not where I need the light. Alright, in my particular situation for mounting mine under the table here, I did not have just a flat run. I thought about putting a board, you know, like a 1x2, the length of the whole table under here, and then just sticking them right to it. But I decided that this would work just as easy for me. I did peel back some of the tape in some places and it stuck pretty well, but in a cool basement I wanted to make sure it would stay up there. So what I did is, every place where you see an attachment point is actually a staple. I used my staple gun and just made sure I didn't staple over a directly over a light. So some of these have kind of moved, but I just loosely stapled them up there, so they're just hanging in there. They're not going anywhere. Alright, so here's an example of where I extended on another string of this, and I don't know how well this will pick it up, but all I did was I just soldered in the wires right to the back of this one here, right there. And like I said, plus to plus, negative to negative, and then that extended my line. Alright, and then where everything came together, I tied in the lines, and then I use liquid tape, in case you guys have never seen it. Looks about like this. I got it at Menards or any local place, and you just paint it on and it dries pretty quickly and keeps your contacts from being corroded or anything. More places where I just attached everything together, and then I ran it down the back to my power supply. Okay, my 12 volt regulated power supply is no name brand, I guess, but the one that I bought was a 12 volt 20 amp model. They're recommending that for each string, each 5 meter string of those LED lights, you should provide it with about 5 amps. So I have 4 strings on my layout. I figured this would be the best for me. Alright, so I did run into a catalog I just had sent to me here that advertises these high intensity LED lights, and this is what they're charging for a reel, a 5 meter reel. Hopefully you can pick that up. $49.95. They also do have a power supply, which is a little bit bigger than the one that I have. It's a 33 amp instead of a 20 amp. $59.95. So for one strip of lights and one power supply, you're looking at over $100. Now I'm not going to mention where this is at, because I'll show you some other places where you can buy it. Not there. So let's go check and see where I bought these. Now the price on this specific one from this dealer has gone up just a little bit, but if you're willing to wait and get these shipped directly from China, which was the first ones I got, you can find these for under 10 bucks a piece. So pretty darn good deal. Pretty close to what I paid. Alright, so I hope that helps a lot of you who had questions or maybe were thinking about putting in that LED strip lighting. I loved it. It's great. I'm glad I did it. And for the prices I paid for it versus what you saw in that catalog or what you see in some of these other ones, it's definitely the way to go. Definitely the way. If you're like me, you want to have fun and make it nice, but you don't want to spend a ton of money. And for some reason, I don't know why anybody would pay that much for it when you can get them for the other prices I'm showing you. I guess that's what I wanted to show you guys this time. Appreciate everybody who's been subscribing and people who've been asking questions. It's been a lot of fun. So hopefully some of my next videos will be some of the new engines that I've had come in from eBay here recently, and maybe even I'll try to get into some weathering of those. And I don't know, we'll just see what happens. So again, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and as always, that was all shoot. I'm out.